Let me tell you something most men never figure out. It's not your charm that makes her stay. It's not the sweet words, the thoughtful gifts, or even the constant attention. It's the absence of need, the refusal to chase something that should come freely. It's the quiet confidence of a man who's already found something deeper within himself. See, women don't fall for the guy who tries the hardest to prove his worth. They fall for the man who doesn't need to prove anything, because he is the proof. She falls when your presence is calm, grounded, rare. She falls when you stop trying to convince her, and instead become the kind of man who doesn't need convincing. And today, I'm going to show you how to become that man. Point 1. The man who knows his worth. A woman can sense it instantly, the moment you doubt yourself. She can feel it when your energy leans toward her approval, instead of standing in your own. But everything changes when you walk into her life as a man who knows exactly what he brings to the table without bragging, without seeking applause. That quiet confidence is what shifts the dynamic, because the truth is, you don't earn her love by trying to be enough for her. You already are enough because you love yourself enough to never beg. That's what draws her in. It's not loud. It's not boastful. It's stable. The energy that says, I want you but I don't need you. I'll be good either way. That's magnetic. That's the kind of man women start to picture a future with, because he's already chosen himself. Point 2. She falls when you're rare. Think of value. Now imagine holding gold in your hands. Would it still feel valuable if you could find it on every street corner? That's how it works when you give too much of yourself to a woman who hasn't earned it. Constant attention, constant availability, it all begins to feel ordinary. But when your time, energy and presence become rare, not as a game but as a result of your purpose, she begins to feel your value. You stop texting every hour. You stop over-explaining. You stop waiting by the phone. You let her feel the space, and in that space curiosity is born. Desire grows, emotion builds, because now your presence feels expensive, and people always respect what costs them something. Point 3. Be the man who walks away. Let me make this clear. A woman falls hardest for the man who has the strength to walk away even if he loves her. Most men stay. They stay through disrespect. They stay after lies. They stay because they're afraid they'll never find better. But a man who has done the inner work values his peace above all. He doesn't stay in chaos just to feel needed. He walks not to hurt her, but to protect himself. And that move, that silence, that boundary, that's what makes him unforgettable, because most men cling, most men fold. But you didn't. And whether she says it or not, she respects you more for that than any poem, rose or promise. Point 4. Emotional independence is power. You want to know when she really starts to admire you. It's when your emotional state isn't tied to hers. When she pulls back, and you don't chase. When she goes silent, and you don't fall apart. That's emotional independence, and it's dangerous in the best way. You don't beg, you don't guilt trip, you don't seek validation. You stay focused. You stay centered. You remain grounded in a world you've built with or without her. And once she realizes that her affection is a gift, not a lifeline, you'll start to see something shift. She starts offering it freely, because she knows, you don't need her love, you just welcome it. Point 5. She falls when you let go of outcome. You want her to truly fall for you. Let go of needing her to. Stop checking your worth against whether she replies. Stop trying to script every interaction to get a reaction. Stop hinging your confidence on how she sees you. Let go of outcome, not because you don't care, but because you no longer cling. A man who releases control, who detaches from the need to be chosen, becomes unpredictable. He becomes free, and in that freedom, she sees something rare. A man who is already whole, a man who chooses, not chases. And that's when love hits hardest. When she realizes she's not the center of your world, you are. So here's the truth. If you want her to fall in love, stop chasing illusions. Stop running toward approval. Stop bending to be liked. Let go of fear. Let go of performance. Let go of needing her to validate what you haven't yet validated in yourself. Stand in your silence. Lead with your peace. Become so rare, so grounded, so whole, that she has to rise just to meet you. And not every woman will be ready for a man like that, but the right one will feel it before you ever speak it. Because in a world full of noise, distraction and desperation, your calm becomes her craving. Your wholeness becomes her wonder, and your absence of need becomes the reason she falls.